Gwen Berry, who calls herself an activist athlete, turned her back on the American flag during the U.S. Olympic trials on Saturday in Oregon to protest systemic racism in America after winning the bronze medal. Joining us now to talk about that is the captain of the gold medal 1980 Miracle on Ice U.S. men's Olympic hockey team, Mike Eruzione. Such a pleasure having you back on the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You know, I was thinking about this when I was driving home yesterday. Who could we try to have on the program to talk about something like this? And your name top of mind. I'm a fellow Bostonian as well. Didn't get into Boston University, but I did apply. So question for you. No one is saying that Gwen Berry doesn't have the right to protest, but the Olympics are a little bit different. You know that very well. What do you think of this? Was this appropriate?
Again, I'm old school. I don't think it's appropriate. I think there's a time and a place to be able to voice your problems, your issues. But I think the podium with the anthem and the flag, I mean, maybe we should highlight the two young ladies who are standing there with their hand over their heart, with the flag in their hand, and what they're standing for. Again, I think that clearly people have a right to their opinion, but I clearly feel that the flag and the anthem is the ultimate honor that you can be a part of, especially during the Olympic Games. I know this is the Olympic trials, but I think when you hear that anthem being played and you see your flag being risen, there's no prouder or special feeling that you've had. And I'm sure there are many Olympians that feel the same way as I do. Maybe you got to talk to some of the younger Olympians and not somebody old like me. But again, I took it as an incredible honor. My family's a military family. My dad was a Marine. My nephew was a Marine. My son's a fireman. My son-in-law's a police officer. I respect the flag. I respect the national anthem. And unfortunately, we're at a time where people don't feel the same way. But again, I would never look at this any differently. For me, it was the ultimate honor to stand in that podium. In Lake Placid that time, everybody in the building was singing the Star-Spangled Banner. And it's a proud feeling and it's a proud moment. So I don't agree with it. I never will agree with it. But again, people have the right to do what they want to do. Maybe, like I said, we should highlight the two young ladies who are standing there with their hand over their heart and proudly, standing there representing, the United States and the Olympic Games and the anthem and the flag.
Gives me chills just thinking about that. Back in 1980, we were coming out of a tough time in our country's history, 4 years of Jimmy Carter, and you invited the entire team up onto the podium there. Tell us about that moment.
Well, the team should have been on the podium. It shouldn't be one athlete.
Right.
The teammates were kind of walking towards me like nobody told us what to do after the anthem was played. So it was just a reaction. And if you watch the Olympic Games after 1980, there's a long podium and all the athletes stand on the podium. So it's the way it should be. It shouldn't be one athlete when it's a team. It should be a team.
Let's get back to Gwen Berry. Senator Tom Cotton said yesterday that she should be removed from the team. Do you think that the Olympic Committee does something like that? Should that happen?
I don't know if the Olympic Committee can do something like that. I don't know what the rights and the freedoms that the athletes have, if there's any waivers that they sign. I firmly believe that's not going to be the first time. I think we'll probably see something somewhere down the road, perform something like this or do something like this again. But, you look at the history of our country, look at the athletes. Let's go back to Jesse Owens.
Right.
Let's go back to Michael Phelps, Simone Biles, some of the greatest athletes we've ever had. Yet they've stood in that podium very proud, knowing there was other issues out there, knowing that there's some problems in this country. We need to unite as a country. And I think the way to unite is to stand up there and stand for the flag, stand for the podium, the anthem. And maybe that helps bring people together.
It's been these woke Olympics. Chelsea Wolfe, she's a trans BMX freestyle biker. She's an alternate, but she said she wants to make the Olympics and medal so she can burn the American flag. So we're in a weird place right now. The International Olympic Committee has a rule. It's called Rule 50. It bans political demonstrations during medal ceremonies. So I don't think the International Olympic Committee is going to allow something like this.
Again, I hope not. I think that's a moment. It's not like you're representing Boston or Chicago or San Francisco. You're representing the United States. You're a U.S. athlete standing on that podium, representing yourself clearly, your family, your friends, but you're representing the country. And I think the flag and the anthem are very much a part of that. It goes hand in hand. you're putting a jersey on that says USA across the front.
That's right.
And I think that's the ultimate honor you can get as an athlete.
The name on the front means a heck of a lot more than the name on the back, of course. I just want to play this for you. We found this, and this gave us chills when we saw this. But 2016, a pole vaulter and U.S. Army Reserve Second Lieutenant. His name's Sam Kendricks. Okay, he's a pole vaulter, so he hears the national anthem being played, and he stops in his tracks, decides not to pole vault, and he stands at attention toward our flag.
There you go. There you go. That's what it's all about. I mean, look at that. Go to our military bases, and I've said this before. Go to see our men and women soldiers, our police officers, the first responders. Go stand in front of them and not show your love for the country.
I'm with you, Mike Eruzione. Such a pleasure having you back on the show. We appreciate your insight. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Be safe.
All right, you too. Stay with us. A lot more Wake Up America coming up right after the break.